guys, it's Channon Rose, and oh my god, I literally feel like I have not been on this channel in so long. I have not done a story time in so long, but guess what? I'm back. So I want to tell you probably one of the most crazy things that's been going on in my life has been something recently. And if you haven't been keeping up on my vlog channel, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But I got pregnant with twins, and something crazy, not something, a lot of crazy things have happened. Literally almost died a few times. There was one time I really thought I was almost gonna die, that I like took up religion and started praying again and started to believe in God. It's insane. This is gonna be a long story time. Grab some snacks, some food, coffee, tea, whatever, and I hope that you like this video. But before I do get into it really quickly, I just want to let you guys know that what I'm wearing on my lips is Lime Crime's Red Hot. A lot of people are like, are you sponsored by Lime Crime? I'm not, I'm obsessed with their stuff. Also, for those of you guys that don't know, I have my very own subscription box, and this is probably the best subscription box ever. It's $29.99. It comes every other month. It ships worldwide. It's a lifestyle, vegan, cruelty-free, eco-friendly box. It comes with 4 to 5 full-size items. This was the very first box that came out. We're so proud of it. I love it so much. I'll leave a link down in the description box below. But in this box, I put a signed copy of my book, which was really cool. It also came with these awesome sunglasses with a customized #RoseFam case. It came with a liquid velveteen lipstick. This is actually in Lulu, which is like a nude color. It's like the perfect nude shade for every skin tone. Anyway, I work really hard on those subscription boxes, and I think that they're really good. So, and they only come every other month, so it's not like too overwhelming. And the value in this box was over $110. The next box is October. It comes in October. It's a Halloween themed box, meaning it's not going to be Halloween decorations that comes in it, but it's Halloween themed. Still going to be all lifestyle products, which basically means you can get anything in that box. But I'm really excited about it. There's only a few more days to sign up for the Halloween. Sorry, I feel like I have like lint in my nose and it's like driving me crazy. Anyway, there's only a few more days, you guys. This box sold out so quickly, and we had to ship so many of them that like it was like delayed shipment because there were so many boxes going out, and already so many of you guys have signed up for the next box. So if you really want to get the October box and you're thinking about it, definitely sign up now. I'll leave the link down below. And yeah, I'm so excited for the Halloween box. It's gonna be so freaking good, you guys. I definitely recommend for you to get it. If you want to see a full unboxing before you purchase the box because you're not sure about it, I will also leave that link down below so that you can see how the box comes, how it's very interactive, and how it's different from other subscription boxes. Okay, enough about my self promo. Let's get into this crazy story. You guys are like, seriously have no idea what's been going on lately. Unless you follow me on my social media. If you follow me on Snapchat or Twitter or Instagram, then you kind of have an idea, because I Snapchatted a lot like in the emergency room. Like right before I'm going into like emergency surgery, I'm like Snapchatting because that's me. Yeah, it was really crazy. So let's start from the beginning. For those of you guys that don't know, my husband and I have been doing fertility treatments for, I feel like, over 2 years now. We've been trying to get pregnant, and we did a fertility treatment a few months ago that was an IUI, and like right on the day that I like missed my period, I took a pregnancy test and it came out positive, and I went nuts. Like I couldn't believe it. I started crying. I have a whole video on my vlog channel. If you're not subscribed to my vlog channel, definitely subscribe, because it's kind of like story times every day on that channel. But like as they're happening. So I was like hysterical. I was crying. I was so happy. I surprised Travis. That's also all on the vlog channel. And then I told like our whole family. You know, it was like a really big thing because everybody knew that we were trying to get pregnant, and everyone knew we were doing fertility treatment. So as soon as we got pregnant, we told people. We did not want to wait to tell people. I know a lot of people do that, but I think our situation was a little bit different, and we share our life online. Unfortunately, 3 days later, I think it was like 3 days later, I started getting really bad cramping, and then I started bleeding like very heavy, like more than I normally bleed for a period. And that's kind of when I knew like I'm having a miscarriage. And I was like, I can't even like describe what the feeling, it was like my heart like sunk into my stomach, and like I just like felt so broken. I was devastated. just to like be trying so hard to like get pregnant, and then finally you get pregnant, and then like a few days later it's just like, just kidding, you're not pregnant anymore, like haha, prank, you know, like the that felt like I was pranked. It was horrible. It was just like a really shitty feeling, and I was really, really sad and like depressed about it. We were just completely devastated. But with just my luck, it doesn't stop there. It gets way worse. So basically, a few days had gone by. I was still having this really heavy bleeding, and I know this might be a little bit of TMI, but normally, like for just regular periods, I bleed for maybe 1 or 2 days, and it's very light blood. Like I don't bleed very much at all on my periods. So this amount of blood was like a lot, and I knew that it wasn't normal, and I just kind of knew in my heart that it was like, this baby was like in heaven, you know? That's like how I kind of felt like on the inside. And a few days later, I was still having this bleeding, and I was like, this is just not good. Like, I think this might be dangerous for me to be bleeding this much vaginally. Like, I never lose this much blood. And I had been wearing like pads that were like this thick, and I wasn't even wearing pants. I was just wearing underwear, and I was walking around the house in my underwear because I didn't want to like ruin my pants and get blood on them. And I had walked into the kitchen, and I just told Trav, like, it's just so crazy. I'm just bleeding so much. And he's like, yeah, I know, it is crazy. And I turned around to walk away, and Trav was like, oh my God. And I was like, what? I turned around like, what? And he's like, babe, look down. And I looked down, and there was literally just streams of blood dripping all the way down both of my legs, like a lot. And that was with like a full pad on. And so I was like, oh shit, I'm like bleeding even more, you know, and I'd already been bleeding. And so like I quickly like grabbed stuff. I like got in the shower to clean up, and he's like, I'm taking you to the hospital. And I'm like, I don't think I need to go to the hospital. He's like, we're going to the emergency room like right now. And so like Travis, if you guys know Travis, he's very like, I always joke that he downplays everything. Like I could literally be bleeding to death, and he'll be like, ah, she's fine. So for him to be like, I'm taking you to the ER, like this, I don't like this. It scared me a little bit, because I was like, fuck, maybe something really is like wrong. And I had never like experienced anything like this before. So I was like, okay, we'll go to the emergency room. So we went into the emergency room, told them our situation. I let them know I'm probably having a miscarriage. So what they do is they draw your blood levels, and when I had gone with the fertility place, they draw your blood levels, and it was like really low, and it wasn't growing like it should. And they even told us like at the fertility place, like, this is not going to be a viable pregnancy. You're most likely going to miscarry, you know, because your blood levels are supposed to like double every 2 days for like a healthy pregnancy, and ours wasn't doing that. So we kind of knew at this point, like, it wasn't a viable pregnancy, but also like I was in danger. Like this is too much bleeding, not good. So we're at the emergency room. They get us in like right away, and they take like my blood to do an HCG level thing, and then they also took my urine. Well, not only was I still pregnant, my levels had gone up like significantly from 25 or whatever it was before. And so I was like, uh-oh. I remember the fertility nurse specifically saying, like, you know, this most likely means you're going to miscarry, but if for some reason your HCG levels go up, that's not a good thing, and it could mean that it's an ectopic pregnancy. For those of you guys that don't know what an ectopic pregnancy is, it basically means a pregnancy that's where it's not supposed to be, and it's very dangerous. You can die from an ectopic pregnancy. It can rupture, and you could literally bleed to death, okay? That's like the worst case scenario. And let me just tell you, we will get to that part in the story a little bit later, because this story is so fucking long. It might even have to go into 2 parts, I don't know. But when the doctor came in and said, oh, your HCG level is at whatever it was, I think it was like 189 or something, I was like, my heart dropped again, like sunk again, because not only am I hearing like, you're still pregnant, which like is just heartbreaking on its own, because like I already felt like I was pregnant and then lost my baby, and now you're telling me that I'm still pregnant with my baby. Like, even though it's not a viable pregnancy, like still in my mind I have hope, and so it just is still like heart like wrenching for me. And so not only that, but now I know that I'm having an ectopic pregnancy. And so Now I'm really freaked out. You know, they stabilize me, make sure I'm okay. I immediately call the fertility doctor and he schedules right away a surgery for me to remove this ectopic pregnancy because that's dangerous and we can't have that in there. We don't want to wait any longer. Well, good old Obamacare. And let me just tell you, like, I think Obama was an amazing president. The one thing that I didn't disagree with was the healthcare situation that happened. Not because I don't think that everybody should have healthcare. I do believe that. But I've never had any like presidents or whatever like affect me personally, like in what happens in my life, except for this Obamacare thing has really fucked me up. Like basically the Obama Affordable Care Act, and I pay almost $700 a month for health insurance just for me. So I expect to have good health insurance. Like if I have a doctor I like and they're covered in my network, like I want them to be able to operate on me. My fertility doctor literally set up a whole surgery, an emergency surgery at that, and then calls me and says, I'm so sorry, because of the Affordable Care Act, I cannot do your surgery. And I'm like, what? So now I'm in an emergency situation, cannot have my doctor cannot do my surgery. So now I have to find a different doctor, and I'm on my own to find a different doctor to do my surgery that has no idea what's been going on with me and I haven't been under their care, you know? So I find my OBGYN, which I never ever see because I'm not pregnant, so I don't see an OBGYN. And I think I go there like, you know, once a year maybe to get a pap smear. So I don't even really know this doctor very well. And I call him and I'm like, I have an ectopic pregnancy. I need to be operated on like immediately. Now, the reason that they didn't do the okay, so for people that know about this stuff, if you have an ectopic pregnancy, your doctor can recommend that you have a methotrexate shot, which is basically a chemotherapy treatment that they like inject you with to kill off the pregnancy, or you can have your fallopian tubes, one or both of them, removed. So because my fallopian tubes were already very diseased tubes because I had PID when I was younger and they were very scarred and damaged, I opted to not have the chemo drug because for one, I'm like really scared to have that. And I'd rather just take out my fallopian tubes. I'm already doing fertility anyways. So you know, these things are useless to me. Let's just get them out. That's like where my mind frame, and also both doctors, the OBGYN and the fertility doctor, agreed that that was the best thing to do. So I went to this hospital. Oh God, this is like where, if you follow my vlog channel or you watch me on live stream, you kind of have already heard this story. But like, I almost feel like, how long has this video been? I don't want it to be like too long. I might have to make this into 2 parts. Okay, this is where shit like gets crazy. I get to the hospital and I'm ready to have both my fallopian tubes removed and a D&C. A D&C is basically like what they do if you get an abortion because you don't want a baby. They basically scrape out your uterus. They were doing it as a precautionary measure in case there was a little bit of tissue in there and some tissue in the fallopian tube, because they didn't really know the situation and they just wanted to be like extra cautious to make sure they got everything out, because if you don't, it could be very dangerous. Like the situation that I'm still in right now and have been for like months now. And we'll get into that in, like later, like I said. So what happened was I go there, everybody's so nice, because I think that they know that I was like going through fertility, and I think they kind of felt bad that I was having to get like my tubes removed, which like sucks, but like it could be worse, right? Removing both tubes means I will never be able to conceive naturally. I can only get pregnant from IVF. It was, but like, you know what I'm saying. So everyone's super nice. Well, all of a sudden, like as they're fucking rowing me into surgery, some nurse comes in and is like, I'm so sorry, we're gonna have to delay your surgery because your doctor has to go deliver a baby right now. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, and this is the thing, you guys, honestly, like when this happened, I was like, oh, no problem. Like I didn't even think like anything other than like, oh, that's fine. I mean, like obviously I was fucking petrified. Like before you go into surgery, like most people are very nervous. Like to be put under is a very scary thing. Even though I've had so many surgeries, I still get scared every single time, the same amount. It doesn't get easier for me. And not only that, but like it was also a sad thing that was happening. Like for me at least, like I was sad that I was getting these removed. This literally means like I'll never be able to get pregnant on my own again, you know? Like that's kind of like a sad thing thing to like kind of comprehend that's like happening. And it was kind of like in disbelief and like a lot of just different like feelings and emotions happening at one time. Like it was just a lot going on. And so I was scared. I was fucking hungry because they don't let you eat after midnight. And so like it was like, I think like I forget what time it was, but it wasn't like an early morning appointment. So I had not eaten, like I was hungry and like scared, and I was also all alone. Like they literally put me by myself all alone, like in the surgical suite area to just chill, like as my doctor went to like go deliver a baby because he's an OBGYN. And so like literally as I'm about to like take away any chance of me being able to get pregnant again on my own, he's going, like my doctor is going to like give birth to a baby. Oh, what I would do to trade places with that other woman. So anyway, finally I'm like telling them like, you know, cause it's taking a while. I'm like, I'm getting really nervous. So the anesthesiologist comes over and gives me like Versed or like something, I don't know, to like calm me down, which was really nice. But that shit doesn't last very long. At least it didn't for me. And by the time my doctor came back and was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I like told my doctor, like when he got back, I'm like, have you eaten? Like, do you want to eat before we go into surgery? Not because I was like worried that like he wasn't going to do a good job because he was like going to rush it because he was hungry. But like, I just wanted to make sure that like he had eaten. I'm like, that's just the kind of the person I am. Like I sometimes care more about others than I do myself. And he was like, oh no, I'm totally fine. And let me just tell you, this OBGYN was so compassionate and is so sweet. But I don't think that he's had, and I could totally be wrong, this is just me assuming, I don't think that he's had very many patients that has had an ectopic pregnancy. I also don't know about the anesthesiologist, fucking creeped me out like from the very beginning. And I honestly, okay, this is the part where I thought I was gonna die, because even though I could have died like at any moment during this time, like that pregnancy could have ruptured in my fallopian tubes and I literally could have died. So I was completely scared of that. But the part that I really thought I was gonna die was when I was on the operating room table. And like I said, I've had a lot of surgeries before, so I know what it's like to get anesthesia. This anesthesia, I thought that this anesthesiologist was literally going to kill me. When I got onto like the table, normally like they'll give you like a cocktail of medications to like relax you, make you feel good. And then they kind of just put this little mask over you and you slowly just drift off into sleep. And it's like not painful, not scary. Like, I mean, it's scary, but like when they start giving you the drugs and stuff, like you're not scared anymore. It like, that's how you feel. You feel like, oh, like I feel good now. Like everything's okay. And then you go to sleep like right away. Before you know it, you're like asleep and then waking up from your surgery. This surgery was the worst fucking experience I have ever had in my whole entire life. You guys, like I honestly, I don't know how this person practices doing this, because I literally, like I said, I thought I was gonna die. So let me tell you what happened. I lay down and I'm like, I just want to like go to sleep. I'm thinking in my head, like, hurry up and just put me to sleep. Let's get this over with, you know? Cause like I said, I've been waiting a while and I was nervous and I was sad and like a lot of emotions going on. So the doctor, not the doctor, I'm sorry, the anesthesiologist is like, okay, so I'm going to put this mask over your face. I just want you to take some deep breaths and you might feel a little weird. And I'm like thinking, okay, hopefully it's that good cocktail weird where like it gets me feeling like not so scared. Because like I'm freaking out right now. And so I start taking these breaths from this mask, and I'm not joking, you guys. Like I feel like half of my body is going paralyzed, but I am still awake for everything. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I've heard stories of people like being put to sleep but still hearing everything that's going on during the surgery. Like I know that that's something, and like that's fucking petrifying. I'd be scared to shit if that ever happened to me. I'd like never want to have surgery again. Thankfully that's never happened to me, and I don't think it ever will. But whatever was happening to me, like where he was like paralyzing me, and I literally felt like not just paralyzed, but like a terrible fucking feeling, like of like something happening throughout my whole body. Like it was like a not good feeling. And I think that's what he was saying. He's like, oh, this might make you feel funny. Like, are you fucking make me feel funny? Are you fucking kidding me? You're paralyzing me and I'm still awake. Like, this is not okay. So I like rip the fucking mask off as I'm feeling this. I'm like, I'm still awake. I'm still awake. I'm freaking out at this point, right? Because he's not giving me the proper, I know for a fact he'd not give me the proper medications before putting me to sleep, because I had a hard time waking up from this surgery, and I'll tell you in a second. I thought he was killing me. Like, I thought, oh my God, this anesthesiologist is giving me the wrong drugs. He's paralyzing me. He's not giving me the proper stuff. And all of a sudden, my OBGYN, the guy that's actually doing my surgery, comes over and holds my hand, because I'm literally ripping my mouth, freaking out, saying, I'm still awake, I'm still awake. And he could tell I was like having a full-blown panic attack. So he grabbed my hand and just like held my hand to let me know like he was there with me, and it made me feel so much better. For so long, you guys, like no joke. Literally, it felt like 2 minutes, which is a really long time when you're freaking out like that on a surgery table, that like I wasn't asleep, and I was so scared that they were gonna start like operating on me, or like that they had given me the wrong drugs and they were killing me with the anesthesia, the wrong anesthesia. Like, I don't know what happened, but something did not go right with the anesthesia. I'm telling you that right now. I know for a fact that something did not go right, or like he was using fucking drugs from like the 20s. I don't know. Like, something was very wrong the way that he put me to sleep, and it was not good. And I eventually ended up being put to sleep. Thank fucking God. And I woke up from the surgery. Thank God, hallelujah, praise baby Jesus, because honestly, you guys, I literally thought I was gonna die. But it's still like, when I was getting up from surgery, like they're like, okay, you're done with surgery. They like try to slowly wake you up. I'm like, something's not right. Something's not right. Even waking up from the anesthesia, I'm like, they gave me something, it's not right, I don't feel right. And literally the whole time, I'm like, I've had so many surgeries, something's not right. I could not wake up from my anesthesia. I was like awake in my mind. I couldn't open my eyes. I was having like terrible fucking pains everywhere. I was still feeling that like paralyzed, like, what is it? Like, I can't explain like how awful it felt. Like literally my whole body felt like really, I don't know how to say it. It was just like, it literally felt like I was dying. Like my body was dying off. Like my organs were shutting down. Like everything was just failing. I literally thought I was gonna die right before anesthesia and trying to wake up from anesthesia. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to wake up. I couldn't open my eyes. I felt terrible. I kept telling the nurse, my vital signs were fucking crazy. Like they had me hooked up. The nurse was trying to stabilize me, like after surgery, was having a hard time. My whole body was fucking shaking, convulsing, like uncontrollably. I was not doing good after surgery. And my husband like was like kind of freaking out too, because they like brought him back as I was like slowly getting better. But I'm sure they didn't bring him back when I was like really messed up, because they don't want like family to be back there for that. But like literally took me so long to recover and wake up from anesthesia like I have never been before. All of a sudden I just started vomiting like so much, and I had just had laparoscopy surgery done, so as you guys know, like that's so painful. Vomiting. As soon as I vomited up all the fucking anesthesia that was in my body, I felt like better and I was able to open my eyes, but I wasn't like 100%. It literally took me like days to recover from that anesthesia. Not even just the surgery. The anesthesia was the worst part of that whole thing. I don't know how that doctor is still in practice. I am so scared of him. I told my husband, don't ever take me to that hospital again. I never want to ever have to have anesthesia by that doctor. It was like honestly the most horrible experience. I literally thought I was gonna die. And I even told that to the OBGYN. I was like, that anesthesiologist, like I had a really bad experience, and he was like, yeah, he kind of keeps to himself. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know, like he needs to not practice anymore. It was terrible, you guys. I honestly, like, so fucking terrible. One of the scariest moments of my life, because I literally thought I was dying. So I kind of feel like this was a really long video, and I don't want to make this like a whole hour long, but really bad, scary things happened after this. Just when I started to recover from this surgery and think that I was better, I ended up back in the emergency room. And then I ended up almost bleeding to death and having to be rushed into emergency surgery on the other side of the country. And it was really crazy because then I actually almost did die. This time I thought that I was going to die. I actually almost did die this next time, but I think I'm gonna make that a whole part 2. So if you guys want to see that story time, look out for it in the next like day or two, because I will have that coming up. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I know that it was like crazy. There's been a lot happening, but I wanted to kind of try to fill you guys in on the main channel because I feel like those of you guys that don't watch my vlog channel have no idea what's been going on. So that's just a little bit of what's happened. And then I'll tell you and catch you up to where I'm at now in part 2. But yeah, it's just been a freaking crazy roller coaster, but I'm just very grateful to still be alive and staying strong with everything that's gone on and continuing to, you know, just do my thing, live my life. So yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. Also, don't forget, if you want to get a subscription box, go get it down in the link below. Hurry, hurry, hurry before they sell out. It's gonna be really fun and you don't want to miss out. And I think that's it. Also, I'll link my vlog channel. If you want to see like actually these things happening in person, go check out my vlog channel because it's pretty good. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video.